Welcome to Lost City, West Virginia. If you're new to my channel, I am Brooke. I'm an unprofessional gamer who has played Farm Sim since 2013. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you for joining me today. So y'all, how do I even start this video? It's been so long since I made a video, and I'm purely sorry. I want to cry here, y'all. And that being said, I'm going to explain to you what happened on all these days I've been gone. So I'm trying to think of what we were doing last time. Last time we had coffee with Brooke, and we took all the equipment over here to our new homestead or farm, we would say. And we are waiting for the cotton to harvest. Since we're waiting for that, I think we have more equipment that we need to bring back to the farm. So we have here some seed, and this, I believe you take bales of cotton on. Because we actually went to the store, and we went to the packs, and we bought the cotton pack, and we bought everything in the cotton pack. So if you're wondering what equipment I bought in the cotton pack. Okay, so that being said, we are gonna get in this beautiful tractor and unhook it, and we are gonna go get the rest of our equipment. That being said, I'm also going to tell you what happened to me since the last time we played. So I'm going to put up the map, so I can see where the heck I'm going. And I believe it's down here. Yeah, I've already lost my way. I lost City, West Virginia. So y'all, I had taken a few days off of vacation. A couple of days to spend with my kids, and the rest of it to do a yard sale or a garage sale. Well, I underestimated the work, and I underestimated how much time it was going to take to price everything, and that was, okay, we're going to go in here. So I want to like get in the tractor. So the first day, I thought that I was just going to lay out everything and price everything, see what I wanted to price it for, and see just the overall pricing of things, and price it reasonable to what the market was or under what they sell for. So that being said, I started going through my stuff, and then I realized that I had underestimated how much stuff I had, and pricing stuff and all that, getting it out was an absolute pain. The first day went like this. Oh my gosh, I have all this stuff out. I've got to go as fast as I can. So faster I went, the more I realized that all the stuff I had that I forgot I had and I bought. Not only that, it was all the vintage stuff that I had that I didn't even know how much the stuff was worth. So that being said, I had to do a lot of research, and the more research I did, the more time it took, and I had actually underestimated my time. And so my first day flew pricing it. And that being said, I had not even gone through my stuff, and I was in my garage, and people were just showing up. I had not advertised it anywhere. So that was a little bit of a concern for me. because that is a little bit scary, because like I had not even gone into my garage more than a couple hours and people were just showing up. None of this matches. Yeah, I know. We had to start somewhere, y'all. So, and people were lowballing me, asking me if I'll have early sales, just hanging around, and definitely I had to ask them to leave. I can't have people just hanging around my house asking me for stuff for sale when clearly I didn't even know, to be honest with you, what I was going to price stuff or even when I was actually going to have my yard sale. The date of the yard sale I had set it for was this last weekend, but it was not the best weather. It was very cold. And as I was pricing stuff out there, it was like 28 degrees. That was very, very, very cold. And it was absolutely freezing out. And try to price stuff when it's so cold out. And even the little heater you had didn't really heat you very much. It was absolutely awful. So that being said, I was doing half the pricing in my house. So my house looked like an absolute mess from heck. Having my house full of antiques. Like, y'all, I love antiques. I love collecting old vintage toys, John Deere stuff, vintage games. But there is a time when you have to say too much is too much, and I was getting to the point I didn't even know how much stuff I had in these boxes, to be honest with you. And there was a lot. There was absolutely so much. You open a box and you're like, what is all this stuff? When did I get this stuff? Jewelry, old glassware, old toy barn sets I haven't even looked at in years. Kid clothes that my kids outgrew like 8 years ago. Y'all, I don't know why I collected all this stuff. So that all had to be priced and set up, and my garage was full. My garage was bursting out with stuff, and it was insane. And I had to price everything, and oh my gosh, I literally was so. I'm gonna bump up the time here just a little bit here. I want to look here. I want to look at something here. Before we make our way down there, I want to look at what we can plant. Can we plant corn? No. Why do we have corn on there? I don't know. So probably gonna do canola, but we have cotton, so we got to get the cotton all harvested. So that's why I kind of moved up the time a little bit. So. But that being said, it was quite the work, y'all. I didn't even know like how much work it was, and I didn't know that people were gonna come around and try to like buy stuff from me even before I put an ad out. I had an ad nowhere. I did not put an ad on any apps, Facebook or nothing. I had an ad on nothing at all. So that is my concern, was how did they literally find what I was doing? I had no idea. Yo, I'm going to take that down because I know where I'm at now. And that was really scary to me. It was insane. Like, I think like people drive around watching what people do. And I guess they saw me putting stuff out and putting tables out. So they thought they could come and just walk onto somebody else's property and ask if it was for sale. But when I said no, and people are like just staying there, not moving, that is a problem. You know? So, y'all, as the day neared to my yard sale, I gotta have a drink. My throat is like literally hurting. So, as the day was near my yard sale, I was so anxious. I had so much anxiety that I just I literally, I got up in the morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, a day after tomorrow is my yard sale. How am I going to handle this? Am I going to handle the traffic? And y'all, it is absolutely, I'm going to bump this up just to hear more, even if it gets dark. I think I'm going to go up more so that probably not harvest on this video, but on the next video, hopefully we can get some money and some buildings going here. I'd like to get a homestead started. So that being said, the day of the morning of the yard sale, I got up early, drank my coffee, and just breathe in. It's going to be over soon. So when the day came in the morning, it was absolutely busy, y'all. I sold so much stuff and felt so good that I absolutely just felt like I accomplished something. And I guess the moral of the story is like all the worrying, all the work, and in the end, I sold so much stuff. I had clothing I had priced for $1 just so it would move. I had stuff priced under market value only to be able to bless it to another family that may not have money to buy something, but so it could have good use, so it wasn't in the landfill. What people don't understand is when you donate stuff to Goodwill, Salvation Army, Save Thrift, or whatever other thrift shops are out there, people don't understand. If they don't sell within a certain amount of time, they throw it away and it goes in the landfill. Sadly, that's what happens. But when you have a yard sale, you sell things and you have a person that buys it at a reasonable price and it gets used again. It's very sad about these thrift shops. Their prices are insanely high. And I know Goodwill used to take, like, they used to have one day, like Sunday, they used to take like half off, you would get stuff, but they don't do that anymore. They literally, the only thing they do is if that doesn't sell for the price they have on the what they have for it, they will literally heave it in the bin. And a lot of glassware does not sell. Glassware, sadly, is not popular, but plastic is, and sadly, we should really not be using plastic. Plastic is, when you use plastic, every time you use it, you get micro little pieces in your food and everything. That's why it's important to eat on stuff that is not toxic. So that is just hard. That's just pure awful. And Goodwill is not really Goodwill. They are a business and they don't care to give any money to people in need. They don't care about anything but making a profit. And I tried telling people this that came to my yard sale and goes, well, your prices are cheaper than Goodwill. Why is that? Because for the fact, I'm going to just slow this time down a hair bit here. I'm going to go look to see how far this has to harvest. Well, it's still growing and it needs herbicide. So we might want to rent something for that. But that being said, I can't explain to you all, but if you donate to those places and you put like games, vintage stuff, they will send that to their online store. They will not sell that in a store. Sadly, that's where our world is coming to. So I was trying to explain that to people that the reason my prices are cheap is because I want to move it, because I want to give a chance to somebody to use it. Oops, I jumped. Instead of sitting in a box in my basement collecting dust. And I sold so many good things, y'all. I feel so proud of myself for absolutely downsizing. I feel wonderful. And you know what, y'all? I'm going to be doing another yard sale soon here, probably in like a month. We're allowed where I live to do 3 yard sales, and I'm going to do one more yard sale this spring or summer, and then I'm going to do another one in fall. That way I can actually I guess you would say declutter all my stuff, and you know, it's good to be a minimalist and not have all that clutter. But it's okay to collect things. But if you're not going to use it, move it along to somebody who can. That's what I think. That's what I'm trying to strive for, to be that person who doesn't have a lot of stuff but is happy with what she has. So I wonder, where is there like a pond? I feel like I hear water flowing here. I'm gonna kind of go over here a little bit. I don't know why that is. Do you hear that? I think there's like water over here. I'm not going all the way over there, but I think that is like water. Maybe it's fog. I don't know, but that's really, 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 really strong. You can hear. I mean, really loud. Strong. Brook. Brook, brook, brook. So, y'all, that is what I did on my 11 days away from YouTube. And as the day is flowing by in Farm Sim, we are going to wait till the next day to see if this is ready to harvest. So, and I'm not going to do this off cam, y'all. I think I harvest one time cotton on Farm Sim. I don't know. I don't think I don't think I've done it on 25, but I definitely have done it on 22, like once, planting all the crops in the base game. That's what it was. That was a fun journey, y'all. I had so much fun with that. And my kids actually had the whole week of vacation that week, so they were helping me too. But the thing about it was that I noticed is that when it came time to the end of the yard sale, and they're like, "Can I have my money for selling my stuff?" Like right after it closed. I think this is done, y'all. Ready to harvest. Oh, it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have to, well, we're gonna make time go to till we can see, but then I'm gonna end this, and we will return on the next episode harvesting some cotton. And I gotta figure out what to do, like building maybe a building or maybe a barn or a shed, something like that. We will continue this journey. And it's still, oh geez, look at that. Like the fog is so strong here. I mean, so, wow. Is that lightning? Maybe it's just the light. I'm gonna get in this. I just want to see how this works. Wow, harvest on. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna like stop the time. Time doesn't get away from us. Okay. While we're harvesting, and then, oh geez, that's not what I wanted. Okay, Brooke. And then it's saving. The fact that it's saving is okay. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. Okay, we need to turn unfold is X. I forget about all this, and then, okay. Yes, I know I don't have access to this land. I'm not sure. I don't know if we own this. Maybe we don't. Okay. Until this is done here. Okay. Here we go. Oh gosh, I can't wait till we do this. Oh my gosh, I can't wait until our first bale of cotton. Wow, this might take a while, y'all. Look at that. Like 1%. Oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. Oh my gosh. We need to do that. Wow. Yeah, this is going to take forever. Oh, what was I thinking? So, y'all, I'm Brooke. Thank you for joining me. It's free to like, free to subscribe, and free to join the family. And I love to have you join. And I can't wait to see you back down on the farm. I'm Brooke.